Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, or should I say good afternoon, because it's almost 1:30 in the afternoon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome all you new folks, and welcome back, everybody. I have been up since the crack of dawn. Went over, for those of you who are brand new, my mother fell and hurt herself. And for all of those regular viewers who are asking about my mom, she fractured her pelvis. It's a hairline fracture, but nonetheless, it's extremely painful. One of the other things that she has done is my mother has been on blood thinners, and she has a slow bleed in her inside hip buttocks area that is now almost 9 inches in circumference. It's huge, and that is causing additional pain. She cannot sit up. She cannot have any weight bearing, nothing to do with her left leg or side, or she is in excruciating pain. She's comfortable when she's not moving. They are keeping her, the trauma team is actually working with her, the trauma doctors, because when you have internal bleeding, those are the doctors that work with you. It's a slow bleed. They have taken her off of blood thinners to hopefully stop that bleed, but they're taking blood workup, and every time they take that, her red blood count is a little teeny bit lower. So they're concerned about that. My mom is 90 years old, as well as the pelvic. When mom tried to sit up and PT came and tried to sit her up, she had excruciating pain through the lower where your pelvic bone is located. Eventually, mom is going to need to go to a rehabilitation convalescent home. I went over there early this morning after I took care of her dog. Talked to my boss. He said, work from home, Wendy. Don't worry about it. Take care of your mother first. And that is awesome. Sat at mom's side, got a list of the convalescent homes and rehabs in the area, and I Googled them, read the reviews, all of the good things. The challenge is with all of them is because of the sea that went around, there was a lot of negative comments from all of them about not being able to visit, having to have all this extra stuff and all the things that happened. But if you take that away and look at the other reviews, we found 3 that we really liked. St. Joseph's Hospital is a Catholic hospital. There's a new one that is close by that they recommend based on reviews and everything else. That it was my first choice. There's another one. I chose 3. And they haven't even signed release papers for her yet. They're still keeping her in. So because they're still monitoring until that blood workup normalizes. So got home and then took care of business and work and everything else. So anyway, that's where we are with mom. She's comfortable, and she has a long road to recovery, but we'll get there. So we've got her dog Ida taken care of. My daughter Felicia and her husband have 2 old lady greyhounds, Prima and what's the other dog's name? I can't even remember. Anyway, you guys, everything's taken care of. So thank you for your thoughts and prayers. I truly, truly appreciate it. But let's get on to keto, you guys. Are you still doing the March into Weight Loss Challenge? Because today, and I've got to mark these things off, I am very proud that I have stayed keto through the whole thing. Today is an 18-hour fast day or 6-hour eating window. Clean whole foods, use your macros, and move your body. Harry and I have stayed keto during this whole thing. My car, Hazel, was rear-ended when I was going through drive-through, and Harry was able to push it. It actually was a kiss on the bumper, scratched some of the paint off in the plastic area. So yes, she has some battle scars, but it's nothing that we can't get past. Anyway, you guys, keto. What did we have to eat yesterday? That was perfectly keto. Thank you very much. We had a 6-ounce New York steak and eggs, and we had a 9-ounce T-bone steak for dinner with ketochow. Yes, we did. We both had the same thing. It was 11 grams of carbs, 104 grams of fat, 114 grams of protein. Total calories were 1,560. It was just super easy to do and super simple. Grab the meat. You can throw it in under the water to get it loose enough that it's unfrozen enough that I could throw it in the air fryer, and basically that's what I did yesterday on the go. I've got one left though. It's beautiful. Where is it at? Oh, I was gonna take it to work. Nice beautiful T-bone steak there. Yeah, look at that, you guys. Are you jealous? Man, these were good too, huh?
They were, yeah, really good.
They were delicious. So we're gonna have to arm wrestle for this one. Ooh, that one's a biggie too. So it was just so easy to be able to grab some steak out of here. You know, like I said, run some water over it until you could break it apart, get it out, and throw it in the air fryer. It cooks frozen food really well. It really does. And have eggs. Eggs are fabulous. Speaking of eggs and steak, you guys, did you see yesterday's video where I presented the new April challenge? I have questions from viewers regarding that, and I'm going to go over those with you guys on the questions, and I'm going to give you the answers in the next segment. But Harry and I have not eaten. Like I said, it's 1:30, so we're going to get to that. But wait, you didn't put your weight on here. So
down 2/10.
He's down. I have remained the same, which I am amazed at because I didn't go to sleep. I think the last time I looked at the clock last night was 1:30 a.m. But we are staying keto. We are eating good, healthy foods specifically because we're running around and all of those things. Now, we may drive through and grab hamburger patties at whoever it is on the way. There's a McDonald's across from the hospital. That's where I drove through the other day and grabbed the quarter pounder. Hold the bun, hold the ketchup. But we are staying true to it.
Well, I have a confession. I went to the restroom twice before I weighed myself today.
Oh, and you went down 2 tenths.
Got me down 2 tenths.
You pushed out 2 tenths.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, you did. Well, that's good for you because I am stoved up. There's a dam and it needs to break. Yes, it does. And that's another issue I'm worried about with Mom because of where the break and everything is. I'm so worried about her.
This is nerve-wracking.
Yes, it is. It is.
I feel like there's butterflies in my stomach all the time.
Yeah. And she was very nauseous this morning. They put her on pain meds. She didn't want pain meds when she first started, but the minute the physical therapist tried to get her to sit up, the screaming began. And, yeah. So she's on pain meds. Well, she was very nauseous, and I asked them if they could give her some Zofran, which really worked for me, and they did. So I sat there with her. She fell asleep. I was waiting for the doctors to do the rounds and waited till 10 a.m. I was over there at the crack of dawn, waited till 10 a.m. and still didn't get to see the doctor, but I did get to talk to the lady who's working on getting Mom moved and everything approved so for long term. Anyway, you guys, what am I going to have to eat for lunch, you ask? Because I'm really, really wanting something. I'll have to figure that out. You know what, Harry? I know this is weird, but I want ice cream.
That's fine. Whatever you want today is fine.
I just want ice cream. I think I'm going to make some ketochow ice cream.
Well, no, you know what?
No.
Go ahead, have what you want.
I'm going to heat the steak. Actually, I'm not heating the steak because I like cold steak. Here's what we're going to do. Already decided. I'm going to eat the steak. You can have the pork and some beef.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
Unless you want to arm wrestle with the steak.
No, go right ahead. Have the steak. You really like steak like that.
Okay.
So you go for the steak. Well, I like my hamburger.
You like hamburger, and there's just a little bit of that pork.
And I like the pork, so it's good. We're good. We're
perfect.
Good. Just do that.
That's what we are doing today, you guys. But in the next segment, I want to answer and address some of the questions and concerns that folks have had regarding the April challenge and the whys. Some people ask me some why questions, and I want to answer all those, but I want to have the questions in front of me so that I can directly respond to those. So you guys, we're going to eat meat. Yes, we are. Stay tuned for the next segment. Looky there, looky there. Got everything heated. I heat my steak up just a little bit.
Side by side.
Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Meat and meat. Harry's got pork loin with horseradish mustard and his beloved ground beef with mustard.
You know what?
And I used the hickory smoked. Yes, I did. Redmond real salt, hickory smoked.
You know, I just noticed you have a label on your...
Oh.
Well, you might as well just leave it on. You're going back, right?
Well, I am. I don't know. Will it stay on? The hospital. Anyway, you guys, gotta eat now. Yes, indeed. Oh, but what are we gonna drink with this, you ask? I'm so glad you asked.
What's it gonna be, Wendy?
Well, for Harry, if you said Zevia ginger root beer, you would be right. But if you said, oh, Dr. Zevia, woo, brand new to me. We tried it and we love it. Anyway, you guys, where is it? There. Anyway, you guys, I love the Dr. Zevia. It's a very mild Dr. Zevia, like Dr. Pepper, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's a lot milder than...
I really like it, though. It's good, you guys. So this is what I'm having. That's what Harry's having.
If you guys try it out, let us know what you think, because it's new.
Yeah, because it's new.
Because it's new, and, you know, we're trying to see what everybody else thinks.
Anyway, you guys, gotta eat now. Yes, indeed. Hey, everybody. I am at my desk, and I thought I would answer a few of the questions that have been thrown out there with regards to the April challenge. This is the Beef, Eggs, and Butter Challenge, No Dairy, and Keto Chow Challenge, No Dairy, that we're going to be doing in April. One of the questions I got from several folks is, why aren't we having chicken on this diet, on this challenge? And my answer to you is I wanted to make this as easy and simple as possible. I also was following like the ground beef or egg fast diet challenge that's out there. And like Dr. Ken Berry always says, and most of the carnivores say, that beef is the most nutritiously dense food as far as meats are concerned. Chicken is not. So I want to keep this simple. We can start adding all kinds of meat. We can start adding everything back. This particular challenge is you get beef, eggs, and butter. Or you can have keto chow with additional protein from the beef and egg list above. Now, the ground beef can be, like I said, it can be 80-20, it can be 80-15, it can be 90-10, it can be, there's one out there that's 73 something. It's up to you, but have it be ground beef. Steak, same thing. I put down sirloin steak, rib eye steak, New York steak, but if you want to use chuck steak or flat iron steak, as long as it's steak from a cow, you can have that. Do you understand that that's what we're doing this month? You know, I'm not saying you can't never eat chicken again, but this also is almost like an elimination diet. If you are eating the smallest, the narrower the window of the foods that you're eating, the easier it is to tell, especially if you're all of a sudden omitting something like cheese, which is easy to sneak in, easy to overmeasure, easy to overindulge in. Let's take it totally out of the equation this month and see what happens. That's why I don't have chicken or fish or shrimp or lamb or pork on this challenge this month. I'm keeping it super plain, super simple. It's going to be the ground beef and butter, the ground beef and butter with some eggs, the eggs and butter type of a challenge. Now, someone said, well, if you look at keto chow, it's mostly whey protein. Yes, you're absolutely correct. It is. That's why I'm asking you not to add, in addition to the whey protein that already comes with keto chow, any additional milk. Don't add any additional milk, such as cream or half and half. Don't add any additional nut milks. Again, we're staying clean and simple in this challenge. And this is Harry and my challenge. You guys can create it, recreate it. You can add to it and expand to it, but don't expect the same results as those who follow this diet. And I'm not saying the results are going to be absolutely wonderful, crazy, and perfect. I'm just saying the narrower and stricter you are with the foods that you use and you put in, the easier it's going to be to see if you start losing again, if you get past that stall you've been in, if you start losing weight again, and then you start adding stuff back in a little bit at a time, you know, what those hidden things were that were causing issues with you. Keto Chow comes in 35 flavors. So if you want to do no whey protein at all, then just use the savory products, the savory soups, the taco, the tomato, basil, the beef-based soups, and have them hot. Hey, you can have spicy beef taco-based soup and chunk in some steak or use the ground hamburger and make yourself a chili and be on the Keto Chow challenge part of this. You know, it's super easy, super simple to do. You can make a gravy for your meal, for your meat portion, and you can pour the beef-based gravy over the steak if you want to. So there's ways to work it, but I'm keeping it simple. Someone said, hey, why isn't allulose one of the approved sweeteners? 2 reasons. Allulose upsets a lot of folks' intestines and stomachs. It does Harry's in large amounts. We've had to cut the allulose out. My daughter, Chalice, I don't care if you put a teaspoon in her bread and she eats 1 of 16 slices, she cannot have allulose. Also, allulose is only 70% as sweet as sugar with the same amount. A teaspoon of allulose, a teaspoon of real sugar, it's only 70% as sweet. You use allulose more in baking for several reasons. It makes whatever you're making softer in texture. It adds the browning effect. So I chose not to add allulose to the mix. I chose stevia and monk fruit because those are plant-based and you can get those organic, and you can, to me, they're the cleanest ones that you can get for Harry and I. And then I added sucralose because it takes such a small, teeny tiny amount of sucralose to make something sweet. Teeny tiny amount that some people can't have any of those. Some people can have one and not the other. That's why I have 3 choices. If you can't have any of those, use the sweetener that you can use for you. You know, I'm not a keto policeman. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. This is just what I came up with based on watching the Dr. Ken Berries, watching the different doctors out there, listening to, several experts on the subject, and coming up with something that I would like to do for Harry and I, and inviting everybody to join along with us during the challenge. Let me see. Oh, someone said, well, I always use coconut oil in my Keto Chow. Can I continue to use coconut oil? Same thing. I wanted to get the oils narrowed down, and I chose the, let me get my piece of paper so I'm reading it correctly, butter, and you can use ghee. Ghee is butter without the milk solids in it, avocado oil, olive oil, and MCT oil. If you use coconut oil and it does not bother you and you love the taste of it and you have been losing weight on it, that is your prerogative. Please feel free to add it. I am choosing things I know work for Harry and I that are healthy and nutritious and easy accessible, and I try to choose things that most people would like out of the group. Okay, Harry does not like coconut oil, unrefined natural virgin coconut oil, because it tastes like coconut and he doesn't want everything to have a coconut taste. So again, yes, and there's one step up to go to the refined coconut oil. I'm keeping it simple with a few choices in each group so that we can get through this super easy, super simple. You guys, Harry and I have a lot of stress in our life, and a lot of you do too. And I'm going to be dealing with what my mom is going through. I just got through dealing with my daughter who's recuperating from a heart procedure. Harry is going to go into hip replacement surgery on the 12th and then be recuperating. And I wanted something that I could batch cook or batch make ahead of time. I can make a whole bunch of ground beef. I can make a lot of steaks, right? I can make hard-boiled eggs. I can pickle the eggs, and I can have keto chow in my refrigerator for several days where it is a grab and go. I can grab keto chow or steak, throw it in a little igloo or ice chest, take it to the hospital with me, right? Or have it in the back of my car in my bodega, the plug-in refrigerator freezer, no problem. And the keto chow, if I don't drink it one day, I can have it the next day. If I want ice cream, I grab it, make it into ice cream. So I've made it super simple for several reasons. I made it simple so that it's a grab and go, no thinking. You know, I've given the macros per ounce above, so you can figure out if you want how many calories you have. You divide that into the calories, and that's what you eat, how many ounces you eat during the day. Someone said one of the ground beefs did not have the exact macros in it that she was used to seeing, either in her app or wherever she looks. You have to remember all the applications that we use for our macros. And all of the ground beef 80-20, 90-10, 85-15 is going to be a little bit different. They take an average out of, I think, every 100 packages of the same beef, do a measurement, add that together, divide it by that number, and they get an average number, because no ground meat with added fats are going to have the exact same number. It's impossible to do. Same with a steak. If it's got, 1 gram difference in the amount of fat layer that's on it, it's going to have different macros. Don't be so granular that you're picking at a tenth or a 0.5 ounce difference on a macro that what I have than what you have. Use the one you want to use. Use your application that you use, but track it, because it will give you a wonderful ballpark number to go with, give or take a few grams or a few tenths of an ounce difference on your app versus my app. I got all this information right here on the beef and eggs challenge from Carb Manager. I typed in ground beef 90-10, 1 ounce, and it gave me 2.8 grams of fat, 5.6 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 50 calories. Yours may be different one way or the other by a few tenths of a degree. Don't sweat the small stuff, okay? If you eat a little over or a little under, as long as you're in ketosis, as long as you're losing weight, don't sweat the small stuff. So basically, if you guys have any more questions, and that's another thing, I gave enough different flavors of the sweeteners, different flavors of the oils, different types of oils, because everybody's taste buds are different. There may be one on here you like that you don't like, one that works that doesn't work for you. And if none of them work for you in the oil category, use the one that does. If you don't like stevia, sucralose, or monk fruit, you've been losing weight. That's the key. You've been losing weight. You have 2 choices. Omit the sweets completely. Don't use any sweetener, or use the one you have been using that has allowed you to lose weight successfully. So you kind of have to look at this and use what's best for me. Wendy, what's best for you on here? And go with that. That's why I said with Zevia, and Harry and I are limiting our Zevia to 2. And I would appreciate it if everybody limited their soft drinks to 2, no more than 2 a day if you're drinking more than that. Because all soft drinks can have an effect on your weight and water retention. You know, there's nothing like regular old water, but if you can't do that, then you can go to the sparkling waters, you can go to the mineral waters, and you can go to the sweetened, no sugar sodas, as long as you're limiting those so that it doesn't skew you. And Harry and I need to limit those. So I hope that answers most of the questions. If they keep coming, I'll bring them up tomorrow because I hope that I'm answering those things. There is nothing wrong with chicken. It's just not in this challenge. I wanted to give us a simple meat that was the most nutritious, had the most vitamin and mineral impact on us while we are doing that. Don't need to worry about ketochow because it has all of the daily vitamins and minerals that we will need if we're eating 3 packages of them a day. So anyway, you guys, I'm very excited about this. I hope that everybody jumps on board. I hope you guys are going to do this with us, this challenge. And remember, the good thing about this challenge, you have 2 choices. If you only have a little bit of ketochow, do it for a week and then hop over onto the beef, eggs, and butter challenge. You know, you don't have to. You can do 1 week one way and the next week the other, and then jump on the next train for the following week and rotate it that way as well. So anyway, I hope I'm not too long-winded, but I did want to address anybody's concerns. I wanted to answer those questions that I got today, and I wanted to go over the whys I did what I did. Anyway, you guys, we'll see you all in the next segment. Hey you guys, it's dinner time for Harry and I. I scrounged through my refrigerator to see what we could have. We're not super hungry, but I thought, what would be better than just having a soft taco? I've got everything, so come on over here. Let's take a peek. Got 2, that's all I have left of the everything bagel egg white tortillas right here. I've got some ground beef. I've got some lettuce and I've got some cheese. So it's really going to work out pretty darn good. I'm going to put our meat on here. I need to go and feed the puppy, Mom's Ida, and then I've got to go over and see Mom tonight and take her mail like she wants. So I'm going to go do all of that. I think we'll do this with the melted. We'll melt the cheese, Harry.
Okay.
We'll melt the cheese. What an easy, quick. Oh, you know what though? I want to put some Porking Good taco seasoning, which has salt in it, so you don't need to add extra salt on this. I'm going to put some across the meat. Yes, indeed. You can get this on the Amazon store, and I think we have a link to it in our Amazon store link, Harry.
Yep.
Loving it on Keto Amazon store link. Take the cheese, put some on top, put these in the microwave, and nuke them. Nuke them, Dano, nuke them. I'm gonna put this stuff away, and then I've got some lettuce. Maybe we'll put a little bit more on top. We'll see. I'm gonna get the hot sauce out. Hold while I go grab one out of the back pantry. Hold, please. Found one. This is our favorite, La Victoria Salsa Brava hot sauce. You guys, it was 94 yesterday. The wind, the cold air, the rain.
Today?
It is right now. It's getting colder as we go. It's windy. We heard some thunder rumbling, which I'm worried about because my mom's puppy dog Ida does not like
really scared.
the weather, so
Yeah.
I may have to go watch TV.
Did you break it?
No, don't break. Man, I'm telling you. Bumble fingers, bubble fingers. Yes, bubble fingers. Ooh. Perfect. Look at these, you guys. Ooh, nice. Just take some sweet butter blend lettuce. Don't need a whole lot of lettuce, just to give you something to crunch.
Yeah, we don't need much.
Super simple, super easy. Gives you the whole flavor. Oh, we have sour cream. Woo!
Does that follow the diet?
Yes. Is it April 1st yet?
No.
Okay, then it follows the diet. Because today, regular macros, yes indeed.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot what day it is this week. It's been very easy to do.
Yeah, it's
Trust
supposed to be
me.
your last week of work has been nothing but turmoil.
It has just been craziness. Not really turmoil, but just unexplained. Unexpected things happen. Life happens, you guys. Life happens. Put a little bit more cheese on these. Just a little. Make it look pretty. Make it look delicious. These are going to be really good. Put some hot sauce on there. There you go, you guys. Tacos, tacos. Look at those big fat tacos right there.
Can't see them.
Oh.
Way down there. Still way down there.
Well, you're just going to have to follow me. I'm not going to follow you.
Okay,
I'm going to do the tacos.
bring your face down then.
Bring my face down.
To the plate. Yeah, wherever you want to put the plate's fine. Just as long as your face is there.
There you go, tacos. Got some tacos, yes indeed. Anyway, you guys, we're going to arm wrestle on which one has more stuffing in it. Yes, we will. But I'm going to put this down because we're going to go ahead and close out the video for tonight.
Yeah, because you got to
I
get to the
have to
hospital.
get out the door and get to the hospital. Yes, I do. So I'm closing that out. Tomorrow is a BBBE day. It's a carnivore day. Beef, bacon, butter, eggs, fowl, fish, game meat. You can have one protein and take a walk. Hopefully I'll be going to work tomorrow. Everything will settle down so that I can do that. Hey, you guys, please remember to like, subscribe, ring the little bell. Give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Sally sneezing. Good night. Here. Can you say good night one more time? Good girl. Good girl.
What made you choose sneezing, by the way?
I don't know. Can you ask? Inquiry minds
Yeah, we want to know what made you choose sneezing.
Because barking is not a thing for asking for food. There you go. Good night.